In today's video, we're going to give you some tips for making a daily routine. Coming up. Hi everyone, this is Ernesto from AttaBoyCowBoy, and on this channel we give you health and wealth tips to help you be more successful. Now today I'm filming from San Juan, Puerto Rico, and I'm on a beach basically by myself, and I get to hang out in the water here and film this video for you. So it's a really nice place to visit, and I want to share with you some tips on daily routines. Now I'm not going to go over my morning routine because I already made a video on that. You can check that out here on this link. But I want to go over a daily routine. Now, in this time of coronavirus, I've been talking to patients and friends, and they're like telling me, dude, I am bored out of my mind. I don't know what to do. The movies are closed. I can't go to the gym. It's definitely a shocker. It's definitely going to be a new normal. You need to kind of get used to this. It's going to be going on for probably a few years. But the most important thing is, like anything in life, just to make the best of it, to make yourself more successful, to enjoy your life more, to help more people, and do all the things that you want to do. So let me give you some tips on the things I do during the day. First tip I do, after my morning routine, I set up a schedule for the day. As part of the morning routine, I talk about goals, daily, weekly, monthly. Now for the daily, I'm focusing on executing those goals I have for the day, and also kind of keeping a rhythm for myself. I talked to one of my friends, Jose, who's a forest ranger. He works for the National Park System, and I asked him for some ideas, and he said, listen, when we had the government shutdown and all the government employees got furloughed, I had to come up with a routine for myself so I wasn't just sitting in my house all day bored, getting depressed. So I made a schedule for myself, and I kind of took up his advice, and I follow the same techniques. I make a schedule throughout the day for things I need to do. After I do my morning exercise, my food, all that kind of stuff, then I start planning out what needs to be done. Number one, I look at my health app from my iPhone. Health app is free, and you count your steps. The goal is to get to at least 10,000 steps a day. That's the minimum that you need to get to maintain your weight. Now, if you want to lose some weight, you need to go beyond those 10,000 steps. Just to give you an idea, 10,000 steps is about 5 miles. Now, it sounds like a lot, but that's the average that someone should be walking in a normal day, like walking out to your car, getting up to go to the bathroom, getting up to walk around the house, to cook dinner, to serve dinner, wash your clothes, going on errands or whatever. Obviously, it gets harder and harder to do that because of all the modern conveniences we have. Cars and planes. So you need to get an idea of what your benchmark should be. Your benchmark should be 10,000 steps. Now, I had a friend recommend that to me, who's a general practitioner, and that's been a really good strategy for me. It really helps me maintain my weight, and it helps me make sure I get enough activity. Those days where you're sitting a long time, sitting in your car, sitting at your desk or whatever, that tells me, hey man, you know what? I've been sitting way too much. I only have 500 steps this entire morning. When I take my break or my lunch, I'm gonna go for a nice long walk for an hour while I make my calls for business or whatever. In the afternoon, instead of watching TV or something, which I don't do too much of anyway, I'll listen to the news on my iPhone and I'll go for a walk to make sure I get to that minimum of 10,000 steps a day. So that's item number one. Item number two, I pack my food for the day. Like if I have to run out to hospitals or go to the office or go wherever, I make sure I pack up my food. It's better if you pack up your food because it's easier to maintain a healthy weight that way. If you don't pack up food and you're out there running around all day and you're hungry, the hungrier you get, the less willpower you have to fight urges. Like, oh, that Chinese food looks really good, or that hamburger or whatever. If you have something in your stomach, you have some food available, you can eat, and you're gonna prevent all that. You're gonna prevent going off your healthy eating and gaining some weight. So packing my meals for the day is important. It saves you money, you eat healthier, it's better for your life long term. A lot of good reasons, but I make sure I pack up my food. I make sure I eat most of my protein in the morning, because eating protein in the morning activates your brain. So that helps you think better, it helps you process better while you're doing your work, doing your office work, your activities, etc. And And I eat more of my carbohydrates in the evening, like my fruits and all that. It's best to eat that at night, or at least in your last meal of the day, because that takes more time to break down because of all the fiber, and then it gives you energy that gets stored for the following day. That's why if you ever run marathons or cross country or wrestling or any kind of sport like that, they always had carb nights, like the night before. You go have these pasta dinners with your team. That's the reason why, because it takes a while to break it down, and it kicks in just the next day. So the best thing to do is to eat carbohydrates in the night, not only for that reason, but also because it helps relax your brain. It helps kind of calm you down, get you ready for sleep time, helps you sleep better. So I make sure I plan out my meals accordingly. Tip number 4, I keep an eye on my watch or my iPhone throughout the day, and I make sure that I drink at least 1 glass of water every hour and get up. If I'm working at a computer or if I'm sitting somewhere, I make sure I get up, take a walk around for a few minutes, 5 minutes, stretch everything out, get some movement going. You got to make sure you're moving. Sometimes you get really caught up in doing some type of project and you're not moving enough. That's not good for your weight, for your joints, for your health. You want to make sure you're moving, getting circulation. Remember, circulation is going to carry oxygen and nutrients to the rest of your body. And if you're sitting in one place for very long, that's not going to be happening very much. So it's not good for your body. It helps lead to obesity. So make sure you're getting up every hour to move around. Tip number 5, this really helps you with personal discipline. Now, you can wake up in the morning and you could say, oh, I'm unemployed, or I'm unemployed, but I only have a Zoom meeting for an hour this morning or whatever. Then you have the entire other 16 hours of your day figuring out what it is I need to do or you need to do. If you're waking up in the morning and that's the way your day looks, that's not going to really help you be very successful. Even if you're retired or you're elderly or whatever the case might be, your life is going to start to lose meaning. You need to have meaning in your daily life. So set a routine for yourself, especially in these times of coronavirus where people are not socializing as much and we don't have as much structure like school or work usually provides. You need to provide your own structure. Discipline yourself. Even if, like I said, you're retired, make a schedule. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to make phone calls at this time. I'm going to go for a walk at this time. I'm going to take care of some business at this time. Set an hourly schedule or every 2 hours throughout the day so you have something to look forward to, and set up some rewards during the day. If you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a mom or a dad or someone special you want to talk to, say, okay, I'm going to call them up at 5 o'clock. Or I have some friends that live in other countries. I set up a phone call for, okay, dude, I'm going to call you at 7 o'clock tonight. I kind of look forward to it because I'm like, I haven't talked to my friend Tony in Taiwan for a while. I want to catch up with them. Give yourself some meaning throughout your day. Give yourself something to look forward to. If you like looking at like Netflix or Amazon Prime or something like that, that's cool. But set up a structure. Say, okay, look, I want to watch Stranger Things. I really like that show. I'm not going to binge watch like 20 in one day. I'm going to watch 2 or 3, and I'm going to do it in the evening, like at 6 o'clock or something. So I can watch TV for a while, kind of unwind, relax, and then go for a walk and then go to bed. That way every day you have something pleasurable to look forward to. So a lot of times when you look at your daily life, look at what you're doing, and what you're doing is going to determine ultimately how successful you are at work. Your ability to have self-discipline and have a regimen for yourself is vital for success. So in this time of coronavirus, this is an ideal time to practice it because there's a lot more solitude now. People are not allowed to hang out. You got a lot more social distancing going. A lot of people don't want to hang out. They don't want you to get them sick or anything. So take advantage of that time and make the best of it. So that way when you come out of this, and we all come out of this, you come out stronger. You come out well exercised, you come out with an exercise routine, you come out with a routine for like studying languages or studying instruments. I have some really cool friends that said, okay, I have all this free time. I've always wanted to learn how to play the piano. Part of my daily routine is going to be practicing playing the piano every night from 7 to 8. And you know what? I always wanted to speak French. So 8 to 9, I'm going to listen to French news or practice my French language videotapes or my application on Babbel to learn French. Pick up some new stuff, some hobbies, like stuff that you've always wanted to do. This is actually a good time to make yourself better, to pick up some new skills, learn coding, take some continuing education to further your career. This is going to end eventually, but for the meantime, make the best of this free time. Schedule your time throughout the day, hone your skills, develop new skills, make yourself more valuable so it'll be easier for you to enter the labor market. 'Cause remember, we're in a depression. This is probably gonna last a few years. So you wanna give yourself some more flexibility, make yourself more employable for gaining some new skills. So in case you're wondering, this is a coconut. Fell off one of the trees here on the beach. So again, from Puerto Rico, this is Ernesto from AttaBoyCowBoy. And if you have any comments, please comment below and I'm happy to answer your questions. Thank you.